Sit back and relax and just sit back and relax and just sit back and relax and just sit back and relax and just
you asked for it, you got it on the Hot Pepper Show. Playing good music and good conversation. The hottest topic that you hear. So let the music flow, resonate your soul. Let it heal your soul. Sit back and relax and just sit back and relax and just. Welcome to the Hot Pepper Show. Hot Pepper Show.
Hello, and happy New Year to everyone out there. I'm so excited. Okay, I just got my sister locks retied, so I'm over here scratching. I shouldn't be, and I'm not scratching because I don't know why I'm scratching, but I just felt the need to scratch at the beginning of the year. Happy 2025 to everyone. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Thank you for coming back for the new year. I've been gone for 2 weeks. The craziest thing, like I took off. Well, I didn't take off. I was having some technical difficulties and could not access my Yahoo account. Someone hacked my account and I could not get in. It was like because StreamYard sends the code to my Yahoo account and I couldn't access it. So that was the first week. So I had to reschedule that artist. He was out of where is Zane out of? He was a producer out of Switzerland. I think he's out of Sydney, Australia. So then the following week, I had decided to take off because I never take off for the holidays, but I wanted to take off. And then my web guy's like, in radio, no dead air. You don't take off. I was like, I've been doing this, guys, for 2 years straight. So I thought, why not take off? So I took off, and that was the 2 weeks. And now I am back. I am so excited to be here. I was trying to remember, like I always say, hey, what did you do over the weekend? But I've had 2 weekends of what I did, and I don't remember what I did. So I don't know. Life has been great. Let's see, 2024, Christmas was great. Thanksgiving was great. Why did I go back to Thanksgiving? It's only been 2 weeks. So Christmas was great. The New Year's was great. Did a lot of baking. And yeah, I guess that's it. That's all I can tell you. But thank you for joining the Hot Pepper Show. I'm here every Monday at 7 p.m. And if you are on YouTube right now and you're trying to figure out how can I comment, well, how you comment is you subscribe to my channel. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So subscribe to the Hot Pepper Show TV, and it'll inform you whenever I have interviews, which is every Monday at 7. You can always go back and look at the previous ones. I've had some great interviews with some great artists, Frank McComb, Dwelle, Glenn Jones, Kenny Lattimore. The list goes on. David P. Stevens, like Jameson Ross, all of it. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So you can always go back. Please like the interviews, comment if you can, and share and tell everyone about the Hot Pepper Show TV on YouTube every Monday. So everyone is coming in, y'all. Roy Rogers, Callie is in the house. Hello, beautiful lady. Hello, Mr. Roy Rogers. It sounds like the guy that did It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. His name was Roy Rogers, wasn't it? Wasn't his name Roy Rogers? Mr. Rogers. Maybe his first name was Roy. I don't know. Monique from Georgia, thank you for joining. Yes, I'm back, Monique. I know y'all were like going, people were texting me last week going, Pepper, where you at? You not on? What you doing? And I was like, Jim Rogers. Are you sure his name is Jim Rogers? Mr. Rogers, Jim Rogers. You know what? I'm going to say that you're right because I don't have time to Google it. So I'm sure you're right, Monique. Jim Rogers. Everyone, thank you for joining. Yes, just come on in the room. Come on. I want to say that I am so excited to have this artist on. I got to meet her last year. She was in Austin on a show with along with Mesa. And if I tell you I was blown away, her stage presence is phenomenal. Like she needs to hold a class on how to bring in the people, on how, if they don't know who you are, they will know who you are by the time that you leave because she knew how to work the stage. I was on the front row going, I don't know who she is, but man, she got good stage presence. Man, she know how to do the doggone thing. Man, this is pretty good. So I was like, I love me some Chelsey Green. So she brought me in. So I thank her for that because she got my attention. I was like, I'm focused. I'm focused on Chelsey. I got to focus on Chelsey. So when I met her, I was like, I got to have you on my podcast. It's a must. I have to have you. So she was so inclined to say yes. And when I called her, she says yes. And so I thought, what a great way to start off my new year. And Chelsey Green is my first artist for the 2025. So it's no way but up, y'all. I mean, anybody else come, I'd be like, have you heard of Chelsey? Maybe I should do that. If you've never heard of Chelsey, then you can't be on the Hot Pepper Show TV. Maybe that's what I should do. If you don't know who Chelsey is, I would advise you to figure out who Chelsey Green is. Okay, that's all I got to tell you. So let's play a song, and then the next voice that you hear, along with myself, will be Chelsey Green, y'all. So keep it right here on the Hot Pepper Show TV. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for playing it. Pepper,
You are,
thank you for having me.
you're welcome. Wait, let me introduce you first, and then you can do all the other stuff. Everybody. I would like to introduce to y'all the first guest for 2025 on the Hot Pepper Show TV, who kind of reminds me of me because she's so theatrical. She's trying to get her hair done. She's sitting like this. She's posing. So, everyone, this is Chelsey Green. Let's give her a hand clap on the Hot Pepper Show TV.
Thank you so much. Yes, I love that. A warm round of applause.
Yes, of course. Oh, listen to that voice. That yeah, I heard it. I was like, oh, long son of a voice. So, Chelsey Green, you have made it on the Hot Pepper Show TV because I saw you and I was blown away.
Wow.
I was like, huh? Okay. Wait. Okay. Yeah. So tell everyone where you're originally from because I have people going like, okay, where I have people texting me going, where's she from? Where's she from?
Who is this person? Yes. I am originally from Houston, Texas, born and raised. H-Town, yep.
H-Town.
And I came to the DMV area for grad school. So I went to UT in Austin for undergrad.
Oh.
And then I found my way in Baltimore at Peabody at Johns Hopkins Institute for master's, and then Maryland kept me close.
Okay, so Johns Hopkins is
in Baltimore.
And it is what type of school?
So the Peabody Institute is a conservatory. It's a music conservatory that Johns Hopkins is the home institute for that. But they have a very well-known, medical program, but that is not all that they do there. And Peabody is part of that institution conglomerate that they have over there.
Okay, because I was like, am I missing something? She went to be a doctor? And now she's playing about what? I was like, let me ask this question.
I'm a doctor, but I can't write prescriptions. Just very long papers.
Yes, you can. You could write me a prescription, girl.
I don't know about that. CVS ain't gonna do nothing with it. I can write it, but they just gonna look at you crazy. They sure will.
They'll be like, we can't understand the handwriting, which we usually can't because doctors can't write these signatures.
Right, but
what did she prescribe you?
Yeah, we don't have that here. It's not in stock.
It's not in stock. So, you are a breath of fresh air. I mentioned to you that I didn't know that you did radio.
I did.
Because that's where the personality comes from. Because not to say that all artists don't have personalities. That's not what I'm saying. But you have this this energy that I was I was trying to figure out this energy on stage is this is more than an artist, right? It's more than an artist. So then when you said radio, I was like, no wonder. That's it.
Well, when you're in radio, you have to connect with people without seeing them, right? And the one thing I love about the idea of radio is that we never know where people are, literally or figuratively. And I think about that every time I have people come to the show. It's not lost on me that people are spending their hard-earned money. They are making arrangements to be at our performances. They are carving out a piece of their day to share that time with us. And I truly feel like they're part of the band at that moment. So it's an experience that I like to be very collaborative and engaging.
Well, it shows. If you ever, y'all, Chelsey Green and the Green Project, if you ever hear that they are in your area, you have to go and support them.
Please, please.
Yes, please.
We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you.
Yes. So girl, people are commenting. Let's see. Walter Miller. Hello, Hot Pepper. Happy New Year to you and everyone here in the chat. Who is that playing that beautiful violin? There's wait, there she is. Look at there she is.
Good job. Look, I see you pointing it. We're in the squares. Hello, Walter. Yes.
Assembly TV, who's an artist also out of
Okay.
DMV area. I interviewed him. Assembly TV, yes, he's like the he reminds me of the foreign exchange. And then
Yes, fantastic. I
yes,
love
so
Conte. Yes.
he is yes. So he puts different artists on the project. He's not a singer, but he's the producer. And yeah,
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Assembly
So
TV.
Assembly TV is clapping hands, and Walter says, "Awesome, Chelsey Green." Yes.
Thank you.
Will the prescription be
Ah,
the
it won't, Walter. It won't. I don't even want to set anything up. You're right. It won't.
It will not. So let's get into some music because
Okay.
I have questions on some of these songs. You're like, what questions you got, Pepper? I have a question on this song. I want to know, how is it that how do you do the back and forth, the back and forth, the back and forth, the back and forth? How does it go so fast? And you do the back and forth, and and I'm like, I can only imagine seeing you perform the song because
Oh goodness. It's so interesting that you start with this record too, because Groove Ready is on, I call it the oldest child. That's the
beginning.
baby project,
That's
the
the baby.
very first project. And we don't even play that arrangement in the show like that anymore. So it's always so interesting to hear that original version. And just to think I was so young and literally green, figuratively and literally. And the whole premise of that song was I was like online dating. And
Okay,
you know, when you're online dating, which listen, if it works for you, to God be the glory. It's not my ministry. It's not for me.
Me neither. I've never tried it.
Listen, some people it works for. So I'm like, good, that's awesome. I felt like I was meeting the same person over and over again, just with a different name. And so a lot of that song goes in cycles and over again until the very end where it's just everything kind of drops out. And it's that moment where I think we should all just release things to God and let him do his will anyway. So that record was fun to play back then because it was really a smooth groove, but that leaves you a lot of room to get pretty energetic.
Now I will listen to the song in a different way now. I'll be like,
the little part is the Nokia ringtone. Da, 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 da.
Did you go back to Nokia?
Yes.
Girl, yes, I remember.
The babies won't know the reference.
They won't. They'll be like, Nokia. I'll be like, yeah, okay. we know what it is. Yes, we do. Yes,
it's okay. Yeah.
So this one, this is, let's see. Do you have any idea who I'm about to play or what I'm about to play?
I have no idea. Like, this is a complete, everything is like, I feel like I have a blindfold on and I'm just like in it. I don't know what's going to happen, Pepper. I don't know.
Good, great. So this song is the back and forth. This is like, how is she doing it?
Okay.
And you guys are going to hear it. It's going to be like, oh, what is she doing? Wow. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Listen, that is sound check from our most recent project that I released in 2020 when everybody said, don't release a project. It's a pandemic. Just don't release it. But my hard head said, I'm going to go and release it. And it's still very brand new to many, many people, that record, because we never got to tour that project. But that is sound check. And I remember the band had challenged me to make something very fast. They were like, try to go very fast. And the first thing, usually when I'm writing or I'm starting from scratch with a composition, I think about like a classical technique that I want to kind of exploit.
Okay.
And spiccato is this bow stroke that takes a very long time for some musicians that are playing string instruments to really get a handle on how they can trigger their spiccato very easily. And that whole introduction is nothing but the bouncing bow. And that it was really a big challenge for me. So I was excited for that one.
Well, it didn't sound like a challenge because it sounded like,
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. It was challenging. It was muy challenging. Yeah.
Well, I want to bring someone on. First, I want to bring someone on.
Like, we have a live guest is here?
Yeah, we have a live guest.
This is really shocking. See, Pepper, I knew you was gonna give me some. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got a live guest.
We have a live
guest.
Lord. Was that your Come to Jesus vocal a rendition of Lord Help Me Right Now?
Listen, help me to hold out. That's what the songwriter said.
Hold out.
What? Who is the special guest?
You want to know? You ready?
I'm ready.
You sure?
I'm positive. Oh my. I was like, who is this gonna be?
Chelsey is back there telling stories, talking about it was a challenge. Chelsey, there's no challenge for you. Let me tell you a quick story, Pepper. So a couple of weeks ago, Spur of the Moment does this show in Baltimore, Maryland at the Keystone. And we were doing a Christmas show, something we haven't done in a long time. As a matter of fact, we haven't played this stuff since we recorded back in 2008. So Chelsey comes to sound check. Mind you, we didn't have a rehearsal. She comes to sound check. She's changing keys, the songs we ain't played. And so we just say we're going to change the key. We didn't even go over the song, okay? So we don't even know how it's going to end or anything. And I'm looking at Wayne looking at me. I said, well, we're going to do what we normally do. Miss, it was a challenge because she's telling stories now. That's God. Forgive her for telling that story.
God,
let me tell you, it was like one of the best songs of the evening. I was like, we didn't go over this song. And I'm like, I don't even like Drummer Boy like that. You know?
We didn't run that tune, right? We really didn't dig in. Wow.
And she just went in like, Jesus was outside and on some wings waiting on her or whatever. And we couldn't even get out of the song. I was like, wow, where we going to go from here? It was like straight ad lib. I felt like I was like in Atlanta playing with Richard Smallwood again. I'm like,
now,
this is supposed to be a R&B concert, and we didn't turn this stage to straight church on Drummer Boy. When last time you felt the Holy Spirit on Drummer Boy? Like never, never, right? Well, Chelsey changed that that evening in Baltimore at Keystone because it was straight fire. Wow. So when you hear Chelsey say challenge, that's her trying to she's trying to learn how to lie again. She's not good at lying, so she's trying to learn how to lie again. It's like, it was really a challenge. Like,
that's not true. It's
not a challenge. We got to find you new words, because your vocabulary is kind of screwed up right now. Challenge is not the word we want to use. We want to use like ad lib. Ad lib is like what it is. Challenge is ad lib. So when you hear the word challenge from Chelsey, she means she's ad libbing.
Yeah.
It's not a challenge.
I will say, that is a very high honor and compliment coming from you, Mark. Thank you. I will say that December was like a musical whirlwind for me because I was having to learn so much music in like a very tight window. I was extremely honored to play these performances, and each one of them required like every ounce of training I've ever had. I started at the Kennedy Center playing for the Alfred Street Baptist Church like Christmas celebration, and it's this big celebration at the Kennedy Center. Yolanda Adams was on it, and the piece that they gave me was this like very difficult classical arrangement of O Come Emmanuel that had me like all up and down the fingerboard, like playing viola and violin. The next night I played with Samara Joy at Bowie State. And that I learned a whole new set for that. The next night I played with Allison Crockett at Blues Alley. That was a whole different set. Even though that was one of my favorite tunes. I love Oscar Peterson's arrangement of A Child Is Born. I think that has to be one of my like top Christmas songs at this point. And then I got to play with Spur 2 days later, and it was totally different music. So I was like,
I remember the week because I got to call to do those shows with you.
Right.
So I had surgery on the 10th, which was why I couldn't do those. And I wasn't even supposed to play the Christmas thing with Spur, but something happened. And so I told Wayne, you know, they give me enough meds, I'll sit down and play. Because I wasn't even supposed to play that week. But I was supposed to be there with you with them shows. Yeah, I knew exactly where you were playing because the guy who called me to do the show told me you were playing. So I knew what you were doing that week. That's what I was like telling Wayne. I was like, really? I mean, she's doing a lot this week. And then we didn't have a chance to even to rehearse or anything. So and it was a perfect fit because you and Carol Riddick, you know, Carol Riddick's like my girl. You know, she's like
Carol is amazing.
Super. And for us to have that short time window at sound check, because you know how it is there at Keystone. It's a late it's a late load in, it's a late sound check, and people are outside waiting. So you can't do a real, you know, rehearsal sound check, which we kind of do sometimes in those situations. But it was like, you know, we're just gonna walk it through. But when we got the drummer boy, he's like, yeah, can we play in this key? Can we do this? And after she said it, we were in the back. I said, Wayne, did we talk about ending? I was like, don't we need to talk about the ending on this? I say, no. I said, okay, all right. We're gonna do the Tom Brady, you know, Peyton Manning just audible all night on this because, and you came out on fire. And I think for me, when you're talking about the instrument you play, you don't know how in depth it can go. Because of the instrument you play, because a lot of times we can box it in and say, oh, she's playing this, so it can only go there. But you took it everywhere it needed to go. I mean, and we felt it. I mean, the audience was really wowed by it. Because I mean, at the end of the night, you know, me and Wayne was talking about. I said, hey man, this is a tour right here. Chelsey and Carol, this is the tour. So we don't need nobody else. I said because it was so filling because we were all surprised. We didn't know how it was really going to come out. We got great musicians, but when you talk about instrumentation and stuff, if you've never heard it or rehearsed it, you really don't know the outcome. That's why it felt so good for it being so organic, the way you came out. And you were just so loose, and everybody's like, oh, it's a well put together show. We sitting there like, no, everybody's professional because we didn't rehearse.
See, no one has to know. No one has to know. As the little meme sound says, no one has to know.
They know now. They know now. They
know. See, the secret's out. Yes.
And I guess the question for me that night would have been, I'm sorry, Pepper. The question night would have been because she played along with Brian Lanier's saxophone. Sometimes when you're talking about violin and then saxophone, they're two different regiments as far as like frequencies. So it's kind of hard to match them. But you couldn't tell the difference. It was really y'all sounded great together. Yeah, they were mixed together as if they had been playing together for years. You know, no one overshadowed. It was like everything was literally put perfectly where y'all soloed and where y'all kind of played together too. I remember you were talking them through some stuff where y'all like harmonized some stuff on the spot. Once again, no challenge, just ad-libbing. Yeah, it was great. I'm sorry. Thank you for allowing me. Thank you, Pepper. Pepper called me. I said, you know, I can't say no to Pepper.
What a surprise. She definitely pulled a fast one on this one. Thanks for tapping in. Good to see you.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. So in case everyone doesn't know who Mark is, Mark A. Walker is a phenomenal bassist. Like, he does something with the bass. It's almost like the bass is human.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like, what is that? How do you make it sound like that? So this is Mark A. Walker, who has been in the industry for a long time. He's also the bassist. He's been the bassist with Will Downing for 20 plus years, 25 plus years. And he's also a co-host along with me and Michael Upshaw. Yes. We have a podcast entitled Four Corners with Pepper Thomas, and it is on YouTube also. And we do that twice a month. And so he's a co-host. And so I was like, he mentioned your name on our previous interview a few weeks ago. And I was like, oh, Chelsey was there. Chelsey coming on my show. Let me ask Mark.
You got me good. You got me so good. That is so nice of you to join us.
Thank you. Thank you. It was great playing with you. And you know Pepper is a musician too, right? You know, listen, you know Pepper is a musician too. She's
a musician. And when I say that entire album, that project, okay, the house that Pepper built, let me tell you something. I want my house to be built like that. I just did
that was a wonderful blessing. Yeah.
Okay. What a beautiful project, not only for the songs that are on there, but the people that came together to make it. That's such a dynamic group of artists and creative minds and creative gifting that makes each song very personal. And that's such a testament to how you intimately connect with people. And so what a blessing it is for you to be honored and recognized in that way. It was beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
I want to cry right now. I can't cry, Chelsey. I got to make a bone.
No crying. No crying. Don't cry. Hello to my friends in the room. Hey, IG family. Hello, welcome.
Thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you. I thank you for taking the time to listen. And it is a beautiful project. It is. I still pinch myself going, how did they do this? And why did they do it? I just spoke to Anton, the producer, before the interview. And I was like, look, he says, call me after the interview so we can talk. But he says, you should be excited. Because I was like, I just wanted to tell him thank you. Thank you for thinking of me, because I would have never thought in a million years that someone would write 9 songs about me. Like that's
incredible honor.
That's beautiful. It is.
That speaks volumes about you. Yeah, it speaks volumes about you.
Thank you. As he calls me, the evangelist.
Evangelist. Oh. Yeah, everybody has to have a title.
17th district, 17th.
I said 17th half district, and I'm sure Chelsey's going to be. She has to has a evangelistic or. What's what? She looks more like a revivalist. Yeah, revivalist of the. Everybody has a title.
A revivalist.
Yeah, revivalist.
Wow. Wow.
You got patented though, because people making money now for God. So it's like they got all these titles be killing me, right?
Listen.
The revivalist of the violin.
This is so.
See what I'm saying?
Listen.
You have people paying tithes to you on that.
Now, they need to pay the tithes accordingly. I don't want no stuff, won't be no stuff, okay?
I know that's right.
Now, if you have a side donation, amen, I'll take that. A love offering. Yeah.
So let me read some of these comments before Mark leaves. Monique says, I remember Chelsey from Moo Moo Fresh's Tiny Desk performance years ago. I also remember there was a lady named Monique on the set because my name is Monique too.
Yes, Monique was playing violin with me. She's also on my first album. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. Walter Miller says, where can I find Chelsey Green? I want to follow the absolute amazing artist. So what is your social media website?
Yes, on Instagram, I am at Dr. Chelsey Green. It's at DrChelseyGreen. That's on Instagram. And on Facebook, it's Chelsey Green and the Green Project. So definitely please tune in, join us. We got some stuff coming up.
Nice.
Yes, we'd love to see
He also says, beautiful music indeed. I'm just loving the groove.
Yes.
Cleveland Goodman, my cousin, says, hey Cleveland, how you doing?
Okay, cousin.
Monique says, Chelsey, have you ever worked with Mary Ben Ari?
Mary Ben Ari. I have not worked with Mary. It's interesting because I've worked with several producers she's worked with, but I've never collaborated with her directly. That would be cool. Yeah, I would love to work with her.
So we're putting it into the atmosphere.
Listen, let's do it. Let's do it. That would be awesome.
Cleveland says, sounds great. Walter Miller says, how long has Chelsey been playing the violin, and why am I just hearing about her? I don't know, Walter. Why are you just not hearing about her?
Listen, I tell my band all the time, 2025 makes us going into the 16th year of us doing this. And I tell them all the time, we are new artists 16 years in. And there's a lot. I won't get into the depths of it, but this is an interesting business, right? It's a very interesting business, and I'm grateful God has been my manager and he's divinely aligned some things, and I'm grateful for the learning that I've had and the maturation of the project. I think it's girded me with a lot of skills that I didn't have out of the gate. I think another thing, he asked how long I've been playing the violin. This might shock people, but I've been playing now for almost 36 years, the violin. So this thing has been part of my life ever since I can really vividly remember. And I think that is why I approach the violin the way I do. To me, which is why I started singing more, the violin is no different than my voice. Like, to me, it's all the same thing. It's just what vessel you're using to get the same message out. And so I work very hard to like make the tone sound round and healthy, because I wanted to like mirror, like even somebody, just like I think about my grandmother rocking in the chair, like just kind of that like soulful hum, and what that would sound like and how that feels in your body. And I feel like violin is a voice in that way. So we've been doing our thing. I'm praying God continues to open doors for us to connect with more people. And Pepper, this is the door. So I thank you. This is a phenomenal opportunity.
You're welcome. Yeah, my aunt is on here. She says, "Hi, Pepper. Happy New Year. Love your show." Thank you, Auntie.
Hello.
Pia in a pod. Love Chelsey. I got to experience her beautiful music and spirit at the MLK Library a few months ago. Have been following ever since. Nice.
Thank you for following. Thank you for supporting, P. Yeah. Appreciate you.
Picasso.
Hey, friend. Yes, this is my phenomenal. He's not just my makeup artist. He's not just my stylist. He is everything. Okay. He's such a great friend and support of me. I just am so grateful for him. Thank you, Picasso.
Thank you, Picasso. Yeah. Walter Miller says, "I have a question. Did you all play with Carol Riddick at South in Philly for her holiday show?"
I did not. She did invite me to come play because she had a residency at South between the Christmas holiday and the New Year. But I was in Houston with my family for the holidays, so I wasn't able to make it. But I know she knocked it out.
You know she did.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael Upshaw. Hey, Michael. Hello, the beautiful Queen Pepper. Hello. Chelsey is a phenomenal musician. I would love to connect with her for recording. Of course, the Bishop of the Bass, Mark A. Walker, would absolutely be the bassist.
There's that. See, so if I'm the revivalist, you're the bishop. See how names just happen?
You see that? Bishop of the Bass, Bishop of the Bass. Picasso says, "I'm so proud of my friend." BG International says, "Because you are loved." Oh, thank you, BG and Pepper. You are so loved.
Yes.
Love my sis. Love you too. Picasso says also her website.
Okay, you're right. See, he's helping me. Chelsey Green, ChelseyGreen.com, CHELSEY, green like the color. Listen, if y'all type in Chelsey with an A, if you type in Chelsea, if you type in Chelsey like Chelsea Clinton, you're going to find a WWE wrestler. That's not me. That's not.
Is that the way it's spelled?
That's it. ChelseyGreen.com. That's it.
Yes. Also website. And then Walter says, "Awesome. I just followed you, Dr. Chelsey Green."
Thank you, Walter.
Yeah. BG says that violin is wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
So speaking of singing. Okay. Whoo, girl, you got a song that
Uh-oh. Let's talk about it.
I was gonna play it later, but I'm gonna play it now. this song, I want to know where this song came from.
Okay.
Is this about you?
About to get. I think I know what song you're about to play. Okay.
Okay, what song am I about to play? What does it start with?
Are you about to play Time?
Girl, I'm about to play Time.
Let's. Do
you want to talk about it before they hear it?
No.
Okay, we'll talk about it after they hear it.
Let's roll the record. Yes.
So, Mark, if you need to leave, you can. Okay. I don't want to keep you.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on,
Thank
Mark.
you for coming on. Thank you so much.
Right,
so we love you.
Love you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mark, like, I'm getting out of here because they get me to talk about some stuff.
He was like, I'm gonna let the ladies do what the ladies do.
Look here, because they talking about what? It's time for me to deuces. I'm out. So, okay, everyone, this song is entitled Time.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to seriously listen to the lyrics. It's a story, okay? I need you to listen to what she is saying because it is so profound. I have listened to the song like 15 times today.
Wow.
It's been in my, I was like, ooh. It brought up some old stuff. I was like, ooh, okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, Lord, help it not be our story collectively. I don't get it, God.
So everyone, here's the song. Chelsey is singing. Here we go, y'all. This is Time by Chelsey Green and the Green Project right here on the Hot Pepper Show TV.
We were young, then grew old, and the story unfolded how it should have been told. Going through all those changes, all the lies and deceit. Should have known he would cheat on me. The truth comes to light in time. Don't live your life in a lie. The truth comes to light in time. Feelings got caught up. The joy, the guilt, the pain, and even the karma. Can't sit and act like it wasn't even my fault, 'cause truth is I caused it. He knew all her triggers, what really turned her on. She responded different, kept his attention drawn. How could I compete with something I'd never been? The truth comes to light in time. Don't live your life in a lie. The truth comes to light in time. Don't live your life in time, time, time. 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 In time.
If I smoked, I might ask for a cigarette right now.
Oh my goodness. I still get goosebumps listening to that song, but thank God for therapy. Won't he do it?
Woo! Therapy
Yes,
is
yes.
necessary.
It is.
Walter Miller says, I absolutely love this song, Time.
Thank you.
And BG intentional. Did I say international earlier? Intentional says, saved on my Spotify playlist.
Well,
Monique says, lady, I hear the smokiness in your vocals like a Layla Jasmine Sullivan or a Selena Johnson. Those three are my dream collaborations. Yeah, because girl, when you went like, you I said,
right, got
like,
in the depths,
girl.
the joy, the guilt, the pain, and even the karma. Yes, you got to get in the depths.
Let's talk about the song. Let's talk about the song. Where the song? Come on, let's talk.
Oh goodness, I don't even know where to start. You know, I feel like we often frame relationships and talking about relationships around romantic relationships. I think most of us, if we pulled back and thought about life, the bigger picture, we would see patterns that we repeat in romantic relationships with our family, with our jobs, with dreams that we've put on hold, with God. And I think the work is internal. And I think when I was in a relationship at the time, and I never knew really what was the final straw for him. But I knew that his attention was no longer with me. I never said he was actively cheating, but I do believe that when you're no longer present in a situation fully, your mind is elsewhere. That's just what it is. And you don't have to be physically doing anything, but you can be engaged emotionally with someone or something else. And so to me, you can think of, it's so funny because I know there's people that are probably listening to this who know what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of ways that you can describe how somebody understands and plays with emotional triggers, or how they've gotten to know you, and then how they can use that to
as a disadvantage.
I mean, it's like each other, and so how people react to things, how people respond. And I think time always tells. Time always reveals itself. And I've always said for ages that the truth comes to light in time, even if it's not our time, because God operates outside of time.
Exactly.
So it will come up, the truth will come out. And I think I just wish at my big age right now, I wish I could confront the truth earlier in my life.
Yeah.
And I tell my students that. I'm like, if you can confront your truth at this age, your next 2 decades are going to be totally different.
But we're not taught that. No, we're not.
That's a whole look, Pepper. You're digging into some things. You're digging into some things because we are taught, especially as young women of color, we are taught to keep up appearances, and you need to quote unquote be strong, and you need to handle yourself accordingly and show up for yourself. Don't rely on people. And that can cause a lot of trauma that can have you not showing up for yourself the way you need to.
Yeah. Not showing up for ourselves, but we want to show up for everyone else. But we have to show up for ourselves.
Listen.
We put on this persona for everyone else because, but when we walk back in the house, or we walk back, we step back and we're by ourselves, it's like, that's not the same person that people see you as holding yourself up. Because
and the thing about it is, it's like, how long can you go along to get along? Our bodies tell us the truth anyway. Your body starts to fail you. You start getting health challenges and stuff. That's your body saying, listen, I'm not okay. No matter what cover up you think you're putting on, I'm not okay physically. And if you're not going to work through it emotionally, I'm going to show you physically there's a problem.
There's a problem. Yeah.
And it's the same thing, like just a typical cold. Your body gets run down and you get a cold. So, I wrote that song to kind of purge, to kind of just as a message to let women know that sometimes we do this to ourselves. And it's because we're not willing to confront the truth sooner and just live through that. Just go ahead and press through that, and everything's okay on the other side. Don't be scared. Because the depth can change things. It changes relationships. So that was a really special song for me, and that song itself is why I released that EP in 2020, because I wanted to get it out of my emotional space. I was like, this is out. I have to get this out.
Yeah. And that helps with the healing.
It really does.
It helps with the healing.
It really, really does.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for writing it. And
thank you.
I think it's very unique that you sing and play. Okay. You have a great voice.
Well, thank you.
You do. You have a great voice. And I know your foundation, you've mentioned that since the beginning, is God. I remember at the show that I saw you at in Austin, you were saying, telling the story about your parents wanted, did they want you to sing, or they didn't want to sing? They want you to sing and want you to play the violin, or?
Well, my mom is starting to see that I'm doing a lot more singing, like on the show and on the records and stuff. And she's like, now listen, you started with the violin though. Like you got to keep playing your violin. I say, yes, ma'am. I'm playing it. I'm going to keep playing it.
You're like, okay.
But I feel like I'm growing up a little bit, and my messages need a little words sometimes.
Exactly. I think it's great. Thank you. So with the foundation of God being the foundation of your life, yes. I want to play this song. You know what song I'm going to play?
Uh-oh. I think so. I think I know.
Oh, you know, don't you?
I think so.
To God be the glory.
Yep. My tribute. Yes,
my tribute. Yes, everyone. This is Chelsey Green and the Green Project right here on the Hot Pepper Show TV. This is my tribute. To God be the glory. Okay, so I went from smoking to uh, kneeling at the altar. That's what I said.
Kneeling at the altar,
Kneeling at the
a
altar.
different position, a different prayer posture. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not gonna be like Walter. Walter says earlier, he says smoke. Shoot, I need a drink after that one. So that was after time. So I don't know what Walter's gonna say after this one, but
Right. Well, he's like, listen, I'm all over the place. You're taking my emotions everywhere. That's hilarious.
wow, that was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And I like the clarity in your playing because
Thank
I've
you for
heard,
saying that.
yes, I've heard some people who play the violin, and it's cloudy.
Right.
Yours is very precise, and it's an individual sound. I don't know how you get that, but it just has this individual place for that note. Makes sense.
That means so much to hear you say that and for you to recognize that, because I work very hard to honor the decades of classical training that live in my body and live in my hands. And it was not an easy road for me in classical music, because while I have the technique and precision, I was never good enough for them. Like to just be purely classical. They always felt like I had too much tone, like I played too dark, and I got a lot of criticism over like my vibrato and stuff like that. And I have always embraced technique as tools. You learn the tools because you want to learn how to say what you need to say through your instrument. Right? So you learn the technique to give you the language so that you can enunciate either clearly or through a slide or through some other sort of technique to really connect with people, like connect with audiences or connect with other musicians to make a sonic experience happen. And I think that's always been a struggle for like how people try to place me in genre. They're like, Chelsey, you don't sound like a regular, jazz violinist per se, and you don't sound like this and you don't sound like that. And it's just part of my message. Like, I don't feel like you have to sound any one particular way as long as you hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And for instrumentalists, that can be kind of a rougher road than for vocalists, because vocalists are going to have a very clearly defined lane. Yeah.
Well, these comments is, let's see. Walter says, I absolutely felt each and every single word of that song. He's talking about time.
He's talking about time, yeah.
Pamela Hart says, I love Chelsey Green.
Hi, Pamela.
Yes.
See you.
Pam says, just let me live my life and let it be pleasing, Lord, to thee. Yes.
Yes, the lyrics. What a blessing.
Monique says, sounds like it could be played on a Sunday morning in church or a musical score for a movie. It sure does.
Monique, let's manifest it. Let's call that in. I love that for a musical score. I do play it at church. That's the whole reason I put it on the record, because the church was my first performance space. It was my first concert hall. And my pastor would have me play when I was a baby. And my grandmother would always say, don't end, you can't play in church without playing a hymn. And this was one of her favorite hymns. And after she passed, I felt so badly that I never had this song recorded. So we did that in one take. We just did it.
Really?
Take. Yep. And just put it on the record.
Wow. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Pam said, for the marvelous things he has done. Monique said, who is playing the piano on this? And is it the same guy that was at the show?
No, this actually on this record is Daryl Hunt. Phenomenal resume out the wazoo. Play with everybody. This is Daryl Hunt, and he's just phenomenal. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Walter says, such a wonderful spirit-filled rendition. Yes.
Thank you.
Pamela says the violin is singing.
Thank you.
Just say that, and then William says, Pamela Hart, I agree with you on that statement. Yes.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for listening.
Yes. So someone else sent some regards. They couldn't be on.
Okay.
But they wanted to say, let me, I'm going to read to you exactly what they said.
Okay. This another surprise. Another surprise. Here we go. I thought they were done.
Of course not. Not on the Hot Pepper Show. Come on. That doesn't happen that way. You just never know.
Wow.
You just never know who's going to Okay, this gentleman says, please tell Chelsey that she gets all of my respect. She is so dope. And I love seeing her success.
Okay, thank you, sir. Who is that?
Who is it?
Who is it? Who is it? This is David Stevens. David. Walter, I'm learning. I'm learning tonight.
Gonna tell you that I love you when I look in your eyes. Just because can't wait to kiss and hug you. I have butterflies. Just can't wait to kiss and hug you. I have butterflies. Just because. Been thinking about you all day. That kiss on instant replay. The way you held me tightly and whispered oh so lightly. The time is moving slowly. I'm wanting you to hold me. Just because. Gonna tell you that I love you when I look in your eyes. Just oh, can't wait to kiss and hug you. Oh, this baby. Just can't wait to wrap my arms around you, babe, and tell you that I love you. And I love your eyes just because. Can't wait to kiss and hug you. I have butterflies just because.
Throwback. David P. Stevens, y'all, featuring
David
Chelsey
P.
Green.
Stevens.
And the Green
I was such a baby on that record. I can hear it. It's just I can hear how young I was. That's so sweet.
Girl, it is beautiful. And I love that. Let's see. How do I say this? It sounds like you and David were making love musically.
That is so funny. She's like, wait, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. That is hilarious. I cut my part, and then he added some more like complimentary, like some harmonies and some other auxiliaries that played off of what I sent him. And I was like, look at you producing this record, sir. Do your thing.
Yes.
It was really, really a fun project.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Walter says, Chelsey, why does Pepper have me over here lighting some candles?
Listen, Walter, I don't know where you are in the world, but where I am, we under snow. Okay, we are under a good 8 inches of snow. Ooh. And if I wasn't gonna get directly in the bed, I would have had my wine and candles too.
Candles, right?
I would have had it lit.
So at this time, do you miss Texas? With all the snow that's happening, do you miss Texas?
You know, it's like, to me, I feel like Texas is still very much home. So it's like, of course, it's nice to not have to like shovel yourself out and like do those things. Yeah, I was about to get on Instagram and say, listen, everybody that had a boo thing shoveling them out, do what you need to do tonight to say thank you. Okay? Because I put on 2 surgical masks, gloves, and boots, and still got water through all of it, shoveling snow off my car. You love on your boo thing that helped you get the snow out. Do what you do. Listen. So, Texas, apparently Dallas even got some snow, but Texas is, home. And it would be nice to be in some warmer weather, but Texas got its own issues. Y'all be freezing. Houston be having the electrical outages for days. You can't rely. There's
I know. We're not used to it because it was 28 degrees in Austin this morning. It's going to be 25 tonight. But the good thing is there's no precipitation, so it's not ice. The ice is coming on Wednesday night, late Thursday morning, but they said it's going to be the Hill Country and Dallas. So Austin, we're just going to have rain, they say. And when they say it like that, it ends up being, I guess we all shut down because it's really sleeting everywhere. And we don't have the proper tires and we don't have enough salt. And so people from the East Coast laugh at us going, y'all shut down what? Because it's sleeting? It's like,
but ice is very dangerous.
Ice is dangerous.
Ice is very dangerous. And I remember driving my string quartet to a gig in the Bee Caves. Mm-hmm. I was getting off of whatever that highway is that takes you, in the back, Carter, Barron, or whatever that is. Mm-hmm. Hydroplaned right on that exit, just spun.
Wow.
And that ice is, especially up there, because it's so windy in those like corner hills and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So y'all got to be careful. Be careful.
Wow. Yeah, be careful. Monique says she sounds like Carol Riddick here.
Oh, really?
Well, that was Desi was singing, right?
Yes, that wasn't me on vocals.
That wasn't her on vocals. Yeah,
on vocals on that tune. Yeah, I was
just sound a little bit like Carol. Yeah. Walter says he is Philly. He's in Philly, but not that much snow. Okay, so Walter, thank you for joining us from Philly.
Well, welcome from Philly.
This is his first time. So people might not know this, but you are an instructor.
I am. I teach at Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts. So you talk about learning how to deal with snow. This ain't nothing. Boston gets some mean snow and they go right to work. You still report. But so I've been teaching there. I finished my 7th year last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so it's been a wonderful place to teach and grow and just connect with students that are really hungry to be in the industry, doing work.
Now, I interviewed Little John a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And of course, he's an instructor there. So I'm
He
gonna ask
is.
you a question. How is it for you
Hmm.
as an instructor teaching this generation of upcoming artists? His take was they don't want to listen. They think they
Ooh,
know everything. You try to be like, I'm trying to teach you how to do it.
right,
You feel like
right.
he says they don't, it's like they don't want to get it. And then some do, but they don't want to get it.
It's two things that have changed the game significantly from when even my generation, and I'm an older millennial, I will say social media being the first thing. Second thing being the pandemic.
Mm,
Kids are living in a box,
mm,
and the box is called their phone.
mm,
They feel like a lot of life is happening on socials, and they feel like what they see is
mm,
how it works to get it.
mm, mm,
And I'm very fortunate because at Berkeley I get to teach. I mean, I'm so grateful that I get the opportunity to teach this class. I teach all the performance majors. I teach a performance seminar class.
mm.
And the whole premise of the class is, well, what I've made it, because they were like, Chelsey, you can
You
change,
can just do whatever you want to do. Yeah.
just do what you want. I have essentially made it like an industry a simulator. Like, I'm going to simulate scenarios that I've actually been in to see how you will show up for yourself in these moments.
Mm,
And I'm very grateful that a lot of my colleagues have helped me with that, because I'll teach them an arrangement, and then I'll have like Jeff Bradshaw join the class on Zoom, because he's the one that wrote it for
yeah.
Jill. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, so now you're listening to the person that would probably hire you for the tour, right? Who wrote it. And that has given them like kind of a reality check of like, the Berkeley bubble is a very safe space for them to learn and grow. That is not the reality of what they're going to encounter, post school. And, just like you said, some students are very eager to learn, and some students are there to just, learn more about music. They're not necessarily trying to have a career in the industry. And some of them just want to have fun, learn more about music, enjoy the Berkeley experience while they have it, and then, move forward. So I think it just depends on like what their goals are. And I've learned that I have to take myself out of like wanting to show up for them the way they're not showing up for themselves.
So that way it won't be as stressful, right? Because you're going to beat yourself up by trying to, you like, I'm removing myself. That's what I'm going to,
and it's tough because it's like a parent watching their child like, oh, you're so close, or I want you to do this, and you all you need to do is ... But they have to want it.
Yeah.
It's like when right at the pandemic, I was at my lowest weight. I had lost over 72 pounds going into the pandemic. And I remember around that time, everybody's like, Chelsey, what did you do to lose weight? Like, and then some of my friends were like, Chelsey, I really want to lose weight. Like, tell me how you lost the weight. And I'm like, do you really want to do it? Or do you just want to hear what I'm saying? Because you know how to do it. I'm not going to tell you anything that you don't already know and that you haven't already tried. But the thing is, are you ready to discipline yourself
to do it?
And if you're not, cool. Like it's no judgment. It's no like, you need to enjoy life, whatever that looks like.
Right.
But until you're ready to really really commit yourself to the discipline, it's like, it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
And I don't want to tell you because you're really not going to do it.
I mean, and it's like I'll tell you, but it's like, especially with my friends or like with close colleagues and stuff, it's like I be wanting them to win. Like, I want you to win so badly. It's like, I'm so excited to see your wins, big, small, like, because we're in this together. And if you're winning, you're thriving, you're joy filled, you have peace, like you're happy. And it's just, you don't want them to start spinning into something that makes them into a worse off place, you know? So that, I just saw this post about that because of, you know, everybody builds their resolutions list at the top of the new year, and then they're like, I'm gonna do this.
Like, nah, don't just, yeah. And the main one is always, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm going to be healthy, I'm gonna start at the gym, and then you start at the gym, and then yeah.
Listen, I mean, but gyms really like it because they get a lot of new members. They get a lot of new membership fees. Yeah.
That don't cancel their membership like I did years ago. I was like, yeah. And I was going at the beginning, and I lost the weight, and I was toned, and I was doing all that. And then I was like, you know, I'm good. My trainer moved away, and I was like, I got it. And then
life
happens, and then the pandemic happened. Exactly. And I look up and I'm going, I'm paying them every month and I'm not going. But I haven't canceled it. But and then I was like, enough is enough.
Enough.
Yeah.
You were just donating at that point.
I was donating. Exactly.
Yeah. So, I get it.
Everyone, this is Dr. As she said, she earned that. This is Dr. Chelsey Green. Yeah. I remember that from the show. And so I want to show something from the show.
Okay. Again, yet another shocking surprise. You see, I'm just here now. I'm just like, oh goodness. I've not posted any of that show footage either. That's so interesting.
You haven't?
No, I haven't even posted it yet. Let's see what you got. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you what I got.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, let me put it over here. Okay, so I won't have, it'll just be in there. Okay, so y'all, here's what I heard. This is what I saw. And you're gonna hear the woman sitting next to me. She ain't that loud, but she kind of, it's like, you know, you want to be like, you know, I'm recording right now. I want to be like,
oh my goodness.
So here it is. Y'all, this is Chelsey Live. I wish I could. I can't expand it. No, I can't expand it. Okay.
That was it. It was more expanded when you did that.
Oh, that was more expanded?
Yep.
Okay. Y'all, here it is. This is Dr. Chelsey Green.
Was all in. I love it.
I was like, let me turn this recording off right now because I can only imagine how it sounds.
Oh my goodness, that is so. She said, "I'm gonna bring all the energy."
She was
but you know, I absolutely love that. I love that because I remember I played at this venue and I think they cater more towards like straight ahead. And they said in the announcement, it was one of those venues where you play 2 sets in the night, like at 7:00 and then at 9:30. And they introduced the first set and they were like, we'd like to respect the artists and we'd like for you all to remain quiet during the show and just enjoy the music.
Oh no.
My crowd was like,
what?
This feels very uncomfortable. And so before, like, they didn't give us any like feedback. And you've seen the show, so you know I do like a lot of audience engagement.
Yes.
And so before the second set that night, I was like, don't say that in the announcement. Like people have paid their coins
and they want to enjoy.
Because you better believe at a Beyonce concert,
oh,
they are in there, right? So it's like I love when people really feel comfortable enough to kind of let their heart out.
Yeah, and if I wouldn't have been recording, I would have been singing the song. But I was like, I'm recording, so just sometimes I want to sing
a little bit, right.
Let me sing a little bit. Walter Miller says, Pepper, we need a new segment, the hot pepper seat.
Right, it's surprises. That's when the surprises roll out. You're in the hot pepper seat.
I call it the hot seat. I'd be like, you gonna be in the hot seat?
I love
so
that.
Pam says, that lady is my good friend Cheryl.
We love you, Cheryl.
Yes, we love you, Cheryl. Tell Cheryl. And I have Cheryl's number. I should have told Cheryl. You know what? I'm gonna send Cheryl this link. I'm gonna say, girl, we talked about you.
You'd be like, you were featured.
Yes, you were featured. Walter says, Dr. Chelsey Green, you have a new fan in me. Thank you for sharing your beautiful God-given talents with us. Thank you, Walter.
Well, thank you, Walter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Walter then came on in here as a newcomer and says, okay. So I want to play one more song.
Okay.
I just don't know which one.
Okay. I would love to know which direction you want to go.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the choices, okay?
Okay.
And then you choose.
Okay.
And if you want to do 2 more, that's fine. But I said 1, but you know.
Okay, you saying 1? Okay.
Yeah, but if we do 2, that's fine. My favorite things.
Okay.
People make the world go round.
Okay.
Summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Funk. Autumn Leaves.
Oh, you
Fly Me to the Moon.
You got the discography on there, don't you?
So
my vote, I'm biased. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe we should let the chat weigh in too. I am gonna choose Summertime. If Summertime is on the list, I'm always gonna choose that. But okay, I see we might
have my favorite things.
My favorite things.
Okay, we'll do 2.
Well, let's play a little piece of my favorite things first. Like we don't have to play the whole thing.
Okay.
And then we can play Summertime too. Maybe a piece of that too, not the whole thing.
Summertime is great too.
My mom's favorite tune is my favorite thing. So that let's and then my dad's favorite tune is People Make the World Go Round. So you know, I don't. Let's do my favorite things, a little piece.
Okay. So are your parents watching right now?
You know, I don't know if they're watching. I never had a chance to send them the link because you see, I was still putting on eyebrows 2 minutes before we started.
So I'll send you the link that'll take them straight to this.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. So my favorite play them all.
Walter said I want the whole catalog.
Hello, I want the whole catalog. Okay, so we're gonna play my favorite things. And then we're gonna play. Gospel says my favorite is Summertime. So we're gonna play my favorite things, and then we go play all of Summertime.
Okay. We'll play some of my favorite things.
Okay. So we'll play a little bit of my favorite things right here. Oh, I guess it would be nice for me to have it ready because I would have been playing. Y'all would have been like, Pepper, again. We don't hear any music. You the only one rocking on the video. We don't see nothing. I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. So here we go. Here we go, y'all.
on. Hi, Darren. I'm just talking and my mic is all muted. I'm just over here talking on the fade out. No one.
Look at I was too, and mine is muted. I was like, oh, mine is
so funny. I'm just on the fade out.
Also, I was supposed to tell you that Kyle Turner says hello.
Hello from KTSU, Kyle Turner. Hello there. Yes. They are I'm so grateful for their support.
Yeah.
Yes, Miss Donna Franklin and Kyle Turner. We appreciate them.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Yeah. All the surprises tonight. You just I didn't even know it was gonna be that. But yes, my favorite things, I was thinking about what we could do to that arrangement because so many arrangements of it are available to listen to. Like it's so many different versions of this record. And Coltrane's version has a very extended vamp, this very like long vamp where he's like, ruminating on this one idea. And I was like, let's channel that. Mm-hmm. Let's channel that and do something with that. So I really enjoyed that.
So Picasso, we played Groove Theory. Groove Ready earlier.
Several people say that though, because I understand the reference.
Yes,
yes, we did open the show with Groove Ready. Yes.
So you can go back. Also, anyone on here, if you're just not joining us, you can go back and the videos will be up on the Hot Pepper Show TV. Please tell everyone, subscribe. It's free. Get the word out to check out the Hot Pepper Show TV. A lot of great interviews in the past that I've done are on here. And this is another great that I'm thankful to have started my year off with. So, yeah. Now, Coltrane. Is Coltrane's daughter, is she a violinist?
Is she? Oh goodness, I need to know this.
I think so. Someone mentioned that, and I was like,
I mean, he dabbled with it a little bit. He himself dabbled in violin a little bit, so I wouldn't be surprised.
So I think someone told me that, but I didn't research it to see if they were, if it was true or not.
I will definitely be doing my research.
Cool.
Yeah.
So y'all, here's Summertime, and this is Chelsey, y'all. She going in. She like going summertime.
I'll tell the story about this one after we listen to it.
Oh, I can't wait. Ooh, okay. Chelsey and her stories, y'all. This is Chelsey Green,
right?
Green Project. This is Summertime, y'all.
Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mother's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Whoa, one of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You're gonna spread your wings and take to the sky. Oh, until that morning, ain't nothing gonna hold you. With mama and daddy standing by.
Yes, we can let the people hear.
So the instrument at the end is a xylophone?
That is vibes. That's a vibraphone. And that is Warren Wolf playing vibes.
What's a vibraphone?
What is a vibraphone? Look, I feel like we should it's so funny. We just had this conversation over the holidays. It is a instrument that looks like a larger version of a xylophone and a marimba. So like a marimba is like an acoustic version, but a vibraphone has a way that you can add vibration to it, vibrato to it. It's set up in the same way, a malleted instrument.
It's not the tube, the circle thing that.
I'm pulling up.
That is interesting. It's called a vibraphone.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is it looks. See.
Oh, that. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just deeper. It's like
right,
okay.
Right, bigger, deeper sounding. Okay. Yes, it also has some vibrato. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell us about summertime.
Summertime. We had just gotten back from touring overseas with the State Department for the first time. And when we went over there, part of the tour was collaborating with locally based musicians.
Okay.
These people, we went to the Middle East, and everything I learned about the Middle East in school and on the news is not true. Like, we had the most beautiful, luxurious, good eating, well-fed time. And the musicians were very committed to straight ahead jazz. They were like, you don't sound like Sarah Vaughan. You don't sound like Ella. Y'all are not playing it like that. And we had this whole like discussion about contemporary jazz and other genres and how we blend a lot of R&B and soul and funk into our music. And so we were creating new arrangements. And I was like, when we got back, I said, y'all, we have to put on vinyl one of the records that we did. We had played a lot with like kind of the Terrace Martin vibe. And, I feel like he was a big inspiration for this arrangement too. So I did Summertime, put the viola solo at the beginning instead of at the end, because Warren was guesting as the soloist on this record. But as I said earlier, I like when the viola and violin can be the voice as well. And so I tried to push it to radio, and they wouldn't take it because of the viola solo at the beginning.
Are you serious?
I have to take out the viola solo. So my little heart just broke a little piece off, and I was like, I can't take viola solo out. So that's why it never got picked up.
Wow.
Yeah.
So not fair.
Agree.
So not fair.
That's still like one of my, I think it's my all-time favorite record we've ever recorded, to be honest.
Wow.
I love that record. Yes.
Wow. Amazing. Well, everyone, Chelsey Green, Dr. Chelsey Green is her name. Please follow her on all social media platforms. Dr. Chelsey Green is on Instagram. Her website is chelseagreen.com. And let me type it down here so you can see this. There is the website, so you guys can follow her, go to the website, and do all of that good stuff. I thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. This was a great, I don't consider it to be an interview. I just think that we just sat down and had a conversation on the couch, and we invited everybody else in. And Walter says, Walter and Monique, y'all are the commenting folks. Okay?
Walter went to do the research immediately because I did it. I said, wait, let me see. And boom, Walter already had it in the chat. I love he said, Chat GPT who? Walter. That's all you need.
Yes. So he says, yes, Michelle Coltrane, the stepdaughter of jazz saxophonist John Coltrane, played the violin when she was a young age of 9 years old. So we thank you, Walter.
Beautiful.
Mr. Newcomer coming in here. Coming in here.
Being engaged. Being engaged.
Pam says, thank you. Thank y'all for a great show. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Pam, for introducing me to Chelsey. Because if I had not gone to the show, I would not have known about Chelsey. So I thank you, Pam.
Thank you, Pam. And hopefully I'll see you this weekend in New York as well. Yes. Good to see you again.
So everyone, next week, another great artist is coming. Calvin Richardson will be my guest on Monday.
Calvin Richardson.
He has a new album 5 years later. It's been 5 years, and a new album just dropped a few months ago. So he's going to be my guest on Monday. And the following Monday, Calvin is January the 13th. Yep. January the 20th is a young lady out of Atlanta, Georgia. Her name is 17. It is spelled 7-E-E-N, but it's pronounced 17. So it's the number 7 E-E-N.
7-E-E-N.
But it's pronounced 17.
Okay.
So she's going to be my guest. And then at the end of January will be January the 27th. My guest will be Angelo Powers, and he is out of Switzerland.
Look at you. You even got a stamp on there. We're getting a passport stamp. Look at that.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. So he's going to be my guest. And so I'm looking forward to this year, hoping to bring you guys and introduce you to some amazing artists that you have never heard of. And I'm everywhere. I'll be like, who is that? Who?
And Pepper, thank you. Thank you for your platform. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for giving me and us this space to share and connect with audiences and connect with you. Clearly, you already see you've gotten just a few of your flowers and more to come. So thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate you seeing me both literally and figuratively, and looking forward to staying connected.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Pam says thank you. And she says she'll see you at the APAP.
Yes. See you soon. See you soon.
So everyone, thank you guys for joining. Thank you, newcomers, for coming in. Please don't let this be your last visit. More shows on the way, but go back and look at the other ones. They are on the YouTube channel, The Hot Pepper Show TV. And also subscribe to the other podcast, Four Corners, which is the number 4. And it's 4 Corners with Pepper Thomas. And that's twice a month. And we've Carol Riddick, we've interviewed Carol Riddick, Reggie Parker, who's a bassist. So a lot of people on there. So please be safe. Happy New Year to everyone. And I wish y'all the best and just success. And Pam, thank you again. And Chelsey, thank you. You have set the bar. I so appreciate you. And just thank you for being the person that you are. And thank you for being grounded.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for being grounded. Yeah, much appreciated.
Much.
So everyone, we're out of here. And don't forget, The House That Pepper Built. I got an album. It's on all streaming platforms. The House That Pepper Built. Just search for The House That Pepper Built. It's on Apple, Tidal, Spotify, all of it. You're going to enjoy it. It is a beautiful project. I'm not singing, but yeah. Okay. Anyway. Okay. You guys, love you. Bye. Thank you, Chelsey.
Bye.
Bye.